Hello and welcome to CEO Insights, the Living Organization podcast with Vitaly Gimin. Today I have Mike Diegnan from Harvard Group International search company. Welcome, Mike.
Thank you. I appreciate you having me.
Oh, it's really fun. It's really fun. I love meeting new people, and particularly people with so much background in. Obviously, you spend a lifetime around people management and people and searching for people for positions for companies, for CEOs and executive coaching. Tell us a little bit. I'm always wondering why CEOs from mid-sized companies or other executives come to search companies in kind of when they're desperate and don't plan ahead. What is the dynamics there that's getting in the way for most of the CEOs to do succession planning properly?
Yeah, I mean, I think that there's two different questions involved there. I mean, I think
Yeah.
the first part is where an executive search firm can really play a key factor in finding the best talent is, I mean, I think that there's one aspect of that in general is that you're in a situation where a search firm has the ability to use their network, use their resources to cast a much wider net than if a CEO looks for just internally looks for one or two people that might be a quality candidate. And so that's one element that we're able to do and be able to do that specialization that a company would need to find that great next leader. In terms of succession planning, I think that's a broader question. I think that I mean, it's something that we've done in the past, and I've been a part of in the past as well. It's in the sense that you need to be able to have that bench ready. You need to be able to understand where the quality talent's going to be, both assessing, continually assessing um, your own internal quality executives, but then also have a good understanding as to who is available that you might be able to if you needed to go externally, who are the two, three, four executives at each type of position that you would really be targeting to if you needed to go, whether it's tomorrow, 6 months from now, where you would be really interested in.
Okay, thank you. I understand. So it's just thinking ahead, but of course, pressures come. And another question for you, in terms of picking the right people, what would you say are the top three factors for senior executive to think about before they even come to you?
Yeah, that's a really good question. I mean, I think that I mean, in terms of coming to us, I think that I mean, the key pieces are one, what exactly are you looking for? I mean, are you looking for someone who's just going to keep the trains running on time, keep this status quo? Or are you looking for that transformative, someone that's really going to bring something that was missing in the past, whether it's replacing the CEO or putting someone else in the C-suite? What 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 do you need to get to continue the growth or if it's a situation where the company's had a downturn and need someone to come in that's going to really change things up. I think that that's probably priority number one. I mean, a second thing and aspect of that as well is the cultural. I mean, the cultural element is so critical these days, and especially when you're talking about work from home policies and things like that, but also how someone fits within the organization. And with that, I think that it also begs the question is, are you looking for someone who's really going to push a new um, push a new boundaries, or are you looking for someone that's going to fit within that organization structure? I think that's another key element as to what's important there. Um, and, those are the first two things that really come to mind as to what I would be examining right away.
Thank you, Mike. So why is it? And I'm going to give you a little bit of a tricky question now. Warning, right? Warning, right? Why is it that every time I speak to executives, a lot of the times is they're focused on none of those things, but on the technical qualification. But our technical, I mean, even if they're senior executive, have they run my kind of product before? Do they understand my industry? Like all of that skill, that most of the focus goes on the past background. Have they managed the size of P&L, and have they achieved the growth? And I understand that. I mean, in other words, past record, but past record does not necessarily means future performance, right? I mean, I manage a lot of companies into the ground really successfully. That doesn't mean I'm going to always manage companies into the ground, my own company. And I've had phenomenal successes in the past, with Amazon and so on. But listen, that was just 10 years ago. Environment completely, it doesn't mean I can do it again. Why are we using past as a prediction for the future?
I think you almost set me up with that question because this is something I've been talking to with many people for the last few months that um, there's a lot of times right now, I would say, I mean, the job market has been uh, a massive roller coaster, obviously, since COVID started 4.5 years ago. And one of the aspects that has been out there is that everybody's been going with the safe choice. And that I think is sort of the translation as to past performance. Even though with past performance, someone could have been a failure, but we still just keep going back to the executive because he's had that job before, as opposed to whether or not they were successful. Not enough time is spent looking for, a lot of people say, I want this transformative person. I want this person that's going to push boundaries. Yet at the same time, if they are missing one or two of the checks, they're pushed aside. And we go with the safe choice. I really enjoy working with those executives that are willing to push the boundaries. And I mean, another element is I mean, I spent a lot of time in media and sports and entertainment, and the feeling is you had to have worked in those industries to be successful in this industry. And then of course it's the chicken and the egg. Well, if you don't have that first opportunity, how can you get to that next role? But even beyond that, I think that we sometimes overcomplicate things in terms of understanding where someone has been successful. And I mean, whether they manage 50 people going from 50 to 100, is it really a big jump? Going from 2 to 1,000 obviously is a big jump, but I mean, I think that there is a lot of times where, as I alluded to, it's going with the safe choice. It's going with the not afraid of making a mistake as opposed to um, making a chance. And I mean, a sports analogy is looking not to lose versus looking to win.
Absolutely. I understand that. I'm a risk-averse person myself, but at the same time, as you said, sometimes these safe choices actually end up being not very good choice for the company at all, right? You end up getting
Correct.
someone who kind of maintains status quo. In fact, the opposite. The company starts going the opposite direction because
Mhm.
if you're not growing, you're dying, right? And if this person is not a change agent, then typically he will just maintain status quo, which usually means death to most companies, right?
That's the big question is, I mean, what are you looking for? And I mean, if status quo, yeah, the safe choice is going to work. And look, the hard choice, it's not going to work 100% of the time.
Yeah.
But I can look at my record, and when we've gone and done something where we tried to make a more dramatic choice, um, I would say my average is extremely good that we made a person. Is it 100%? No, but how many things in life truly are 100%?
Exactly. I like it. I think I agree with you on that one. Let's shoot for the moon, right? What did I say? And at least we'll get right close. No, shoot for the stars, we'll get to the moon, right?
Yes.
Come on. Wonderful. Mike, thank you so much. We can talk a lot, and you obviously have a lot of experience. Where can I find you, and where can I find your services? Mhm.
Yeah, so I'm managing director at Harvard Group. I'm based in New York. Our firm is headquartered out of Atlanta, but we work across all industries, all functions. Love to connect with anybody that might be interested. And our website is harvardsearch.com, and look forward to talking more.
Absolutely. And they will get a link to your LinkedIn account so they can connect with you on LinkedIn.
Oh, okay, excellent.
Thank you so much. I look forward to seeing you again.
All right, thanks again.